Dr Stefan Cantore, a teacher of managers and leaders at Sheffield University Management School. Alongside my colleagues, my focus up to now has been on developing and training managers and leaders to ensure effective organisational performance. However, through my research over the last few years in systems of healthcare and social care and also education, I've become very much aware that complex systems behave in ways that are quite different from organisations, and people working in such complex systems need to adopt new forms of behaviour and ways of working that really are much more about emergence and working with emergence and uncertainty, and less about command and control. I think this situation is even more evident when we think about the challenges facing this globe, the climate change issues that are facing the COP26 conference gathering in Glasgow. There you have leaders from across the world who will need to cope with all sorts of circumstances that don't lend themselves to just command and control, instructing people what to do, but are going to have to be behaviours and ways of thinking that are effective in a complex system. And that means they're going to have to pay attention to how to include people, how to bring people together from different backgrounds, different cultures, different languages, different attitudes. They're going to have to be able to work in situations where there's no shared governance arrangements, no bilateral action plans, no certainty about what can actually be accomplished within a certain timescale. They're going to have to be diplomatic, working and having conversations with people from very different backgrounds, with different agendas, sometimes quite conflicting agendas. And they're going to have to build commitment from a very diverse group of stakeholders to any actions that are ultimately agreed. So for all the theory and research we can call upon to discuss these topics, actually, the issue for the leaders is how to globally engage with each other and those who they lead. As people, as human beings embodied in their leadership, not solely speaking to convince the mind, but also connecting with the heart and ensuring that people are moved in their behaviours. And the metaphor of dance is one way of thinking about the types of behaviours, types of ways of working and being that are going to be helpful for leaders to consider for their own practice. Why dance? The use of a less conventional metaphor, more suited to system leadership where there is no clear hierarchy and movement and ebb and flow are much more important. A metaphor is a way of seeing a thing as though it were something else. A way of learning and conceptualizing leadership that perhaps will wake us all up to the nature of leadership in this complex world. At its heart, leadership is a social process, a conversation if you like, an ever-developing set of relationships that shift and change over space and time, a dance of relationship if you like. The start of any leader-follower relationship involves the offering of an invitation with a positive, hopefully a positive response. How do we invite people into shared spaces where conversation and joint work can begin? What postures and language effectively offers that invitation? But as we offer an invitation, or we ourselves receive an invitation, we need to be aware and we need to be listening. And at the heart of any great conversation, we need to be listening to what people are saying, not just with their words, but their actions, their postures. Have we heard the invitations that come our way? Do sounds around us, do voices off, distract us from those invitations? The invitation happens in a specific context, in a specific space and time, exactly as does leadership in complex systems. The act of inviting suggests that we're aware not just of others, but also of ourselves. Our posture, our own feelings of perhaps anticipation, excitement, or perhaps dread and anxiety. We need to be aware of our boundaries and the space around us. Are we ourselves comfortable? are we conscious of the pressures and expectations upon us in this particular space and time? At this point, at the very start of the relationship, we acknowledge the connection that exists, that has happened between us. Perhaps it's through eye contact or tone of voice, through posture. And we become aware that the dance of that relationship, the dance of that conversation, that dance of leadership is about to start between us. We position ourselves so we can participate well. The dance succeeds or fails on how each party responds to the other. For both the leader and the follower, active listening and great care is required in the dance. So attention to small indicators is vital. For the dance to succeed, both leaders and followers need to give their full attention to each other. As we start, so we position our feet in relation to one another. Our bodies move at this point, and we pay attention to that movement. Things can go wrong, and we need courage to continue to persevere in the dance, to respect that neither leader nor follower are perfect performers, but rather are both learning from each other and about each other in the dance. So it is with leading in a complex system, as we learn from one another, as we realize that we're going to not always get things right, but nonetheless that is going to be a process of learning for us all. As the dance develops, so turns and changes take place. A flow of communication happens between the partners, allowing for the movement. So as turns and changes take place in the dance, so they take place in a complex system, and we need to be aware of other people entering the space. And as a result, we need ourselves to change our leadership and our followership. So in our complex system, our identities as leaders and followers shifts and changes. 1 minute we may be responsible and be seen to have authority. At other times we shift and follow those who are taking the lead in order to achieve shared goals that we've previously already agreed. So we need to learn the skills and abilities and mindsets of leading, but also learn the skills and abilities associated with following in the dance of leadership within a complex system. The rhythm of the dance, the music, the tempo, allows for consistency within the system. The beauty of the music, that rhythm, really enables creative work to take place, connection to be sustained, relationships to intensify and grow over time. Best avoiding clashes of music. Finding your rhythm and the tempos that work well within your system is a key attribute of a leader and follower within a complex system. So in conclusion, seeing our leadership and followership as a dance enables us to grow more confident, self-confident, more aware also of the environments in which we're working and living as leaders and followers. So my question for you is, what music are you dancing to? How are the rhythms of your leadership and followership being sustained in a complex system? What patterns or habits or attitudes of mind do you need to let go of in order for you to commit to a new dance, to a fresh dance in a complex system? And finally, how will your leadership contribute to a more sustainable world and the achievement of COP26 ambitions?